He watched others get rich on TikTok for 8 hours a day. But his own life was completely empty. The glow of his phone was the only light in his dark room, illuminating towers of greasy pizza boxes and dusty clothes on the floor. His name was Alex, and his thumb was the strongest muscle in his body. Scroll. Double tap. Scroll. Each video was a tiny window into a life he did not have, a handsome man buying a sports car, a young woman traveling the world, a gamer winning a huge prize. He felt a bitter mix of envy and disgust, mostly for himself. The algorithm was his only friend and his worst enemy. It knew his secret desires and fed them back to him as proof of his own failure. One afternoon, a new trend filled his feed, the 30-day glow-up challenge. Influencers with perfect smiles promised to transform their followers' lives. Day 1, wake up at 5 a.m. and run 5 miles. One video chirped. Alex scoffed, but a tiny, dangerous spark of hope ignited inside him. What if? What if he just tried? He stood up so fast that his legs felt weak. He walked to his small window and pulled back the curtains. The sunlight hurt his eyes. This was it. This was his day 1. He announced his decision to his mother, who was cleaning the kitchen. She looked at him, her eyes filled with a hope so fragile it felt like a heavy weight. "Oh, Alex. I'm so proud you're finally trying," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "I told your father you just needed a little push." The weight of her expectation suddenly felt heavier than all his laziness combined. Now, he could not just fail for himself, he would be failing her too. The next morning, his 5 a.m. alarm sounded like a scream. Alex hit snooze 3 times before dragging himself out of bed. His body ached. The world outside was cold and dark. He put on old sneakers and tried to run. After 2 blocks, a sharp pain shot through his side, and he collapsed on the sidewalk, gasping for air. Failure tasted like metal in his mouth. He walked home in shame, the sun rising on his defeat. Back in his room, the TikTok app called to him. He opened it, just for a minute. The glow-up videos were still there, but now they felt like a personal attack. Everyone was succeeding except for him. The spiral began. He tried to eat a healthy salad for lunch, but it tasted like green paper. The craving for junk food was a monster in his stomach. He gave in. He ordered the largest pizza on the menu, with extra cheese and 2 liters of soda. As he ate, greasy satisfaction mixed with waves of self-hatred. He was weak. He was a joke. To silence the voice in his head, he buried himself deeper in his phone, scrolling for hours until his eyes burned. He was not just watching others live anymore, he was actively punishing himself with their success. That night, as he was about to fall asleep in a food coma, his phone buzzed. It was not a social media notification. It was an alert from his bank, low balance, $4.37. The pizza had been his last real money. The emptiness of his life was no longer just a feeling, it was a number. Panic seized him. He needed a job, an idea, anything. He remembered seeing videos of people making easy money online. He opened his laptop, his fingers flying across the keyboard, searching for quick ways to make money. The algorithm, his old enemy, was waiting for him. It did not offer jobs. It offered dreams. Become a day trader in 1 week. Launch a dropshipping empire from your bedroom. I made $10,000 in 24 hours with crypto, and you can too. The videos were hypnotic, promising massive rewards for minimal effort. It was the glow-up challenge all over again, but this time for his empty bank account. He found a video from a man named Investor Jake, who looked impossibly confident in a rented suit. Jake explained a foolproof crypto trading method that required a small initial investment. Alex looked at his bank account. $4.37. It was not enough. Desperate, he did something he had never done. He went to his mother's purse and took out her emergency credit card. It's just a loan, he whispered to himself, his hands shaking. I'll pay her back when I'm rich next week. He punched in the numbers and invested everything he could. For a moment, a graph on the screen went up. He felt a rush of power. He was finally doing something. He was winning. Then, just as quickly, the graph crashed. A brutal, vertical red line. His investment was gone. All of it. He stared at the screen, his heart pounding in his ears. He had not just failed himself. He had stolen from his mother and lost everything. He was no longer just empty, he was a thief at rock bottom. He sat in the silent darkness of his room, the laptop screen now black. In the reflection, he saw a stranger, a pale, terrified boy with hollow eyes. There was no magic formula. Number 30-day challenge or foolproof investment. The algorithm had not sold him success, it had sold him a lottery ticket while robbing him of his time, his hope, and now his mother's money. The truth hit him with the force of a physical blow. The opposite of watching was not trying to become a star overnight. The opposite of watching was doing anything. Something small. Something real. He did not make a plan. He did not set an alarm. He simply stood up and picked up a single dirty plate from his desk. He walked to the kitchen, turned on the water, and washed it. The warm water on his hands felt real. The soap smelled clean. It was a tiny action, meaningless to the world, but for Alex, it was everything. It was the first thing he had created instead of consumed in years. He did not become a millionaire the next day. He did not even leave his parents' house. But he washed another plate. He took out the trash. The day after, he found his mother, confessed everything, and promised to pay her back, no matter how long it took. He started with a job washing dishes at a local diner. The work was hard and paid little, but the feeling of earning his own money was more satisfying than any like he had ever received. His life did not glow up, it slowly cleaned up. Months passed. His room was tidy. His bank account was small but growing. He never became a TikTok star. In fact, he deleted the app. His success was not a video for others to watch. It was a quiet, private victory, built one clean plate, one honest hour of work at a time. Your future is not a spectacle to be scrolled through on a screen. It is not found in a grand challenge or a secret trick. It is built in the small, boring, unseen moments. It begins when you finally turn off the phone and simply wash the first dish.